So Roy, can you walk us through just really quickly this idea of, that Stacy complexity model and how we could use that to know what to do?
Yeah, in fact, the Stacy complexity diagram is on our very next slide, but it is one mechanism that we can use to determine process appropriateness. And that's really what it comes down to. We're not saying that, waterfall should go away necessarily. We're simply saying that there's a time for it, and there's a time and place for Agile as well. So choose wisely. Basically, understand your project needs. How much complexity is there in the project? Is there a lot of certainty in the requirements? There's a lot of certainty and understanding of how we're going to build the thing. So the more certainty you have, the more waterfall is appropriate. The less certainty you have, obviously, the more risk and complexity you would then have. So therefore, adaptive methods like Agile would be more appropriate. And that's generally the idea. So if there's more complexity, meaning less well-known, then iterative incremental processes are probably going to be a lot better for you. And Phil, if it's okay, let's go to that Stacy diagram. Just to summarize the Stacy diagram, we've shown it before. The idea is that if you're down in the simple and complicated space, waterfall can work very, very well in that space. Simple meaning that you have high level of agreement and high level of certainty. That's what we're looking for in simplicity. Complicated, somewhat less so, but you're still pretty certain about what's going on. The complex world and the anarchy world is where Agile really does extremely well, because it's based on the empirical process model. It's based on experimentation, trial and error, failures, learning, and building that into feedback loops. So that model works much, much better where there's less certainty. And the Stacy diagram can help you understand where you are. Basically, place your project in this space and figure out how you're going to work, right? That's kind of the idea. Anything else, Phil?